Hello, Hassa from Hassa Reviews here for the next part of my video game collection series. The Wii U. Oh, how unfortunate your existence was. Yeah, it's pretty much all. It's an understatement saying that the Wii U is probably if if not the biggest failed Nintendo's video game console Nintendo's ever released. And look, they've released a few that were failures. I mean, the Virtual Boy lives on in infamy as a massive mistake, and some of the and some of their expansions for or upgrades to their consoles like the Nintendo 64 disk drive or the Game Boy Advance Micro also stand out as some major major missteps. But the Wii U is the most is perhaps the biggest well known one, and especially considering Nintendo tried many times to save it. I mean, with the other systems they gave up on. Yeah, there were failures they gave up on. With the Wii U, they tried to salvage and turn things around, but in the end, the damage after its first year could not be erased. However, those who own a Wii U do have to say they had some really good games on it. And I am one of them who I have a few Wii U games. It's interesting, and the thing is, I was excited for this console when it was first announced, and I remember hoping that I'd get it for Christmas in 2013, the year after, basically the first year after it was first released. And I'll tell you, I when I finally got it, I was in love with it. I loved it. I was finally able to play Nintendo games in HD. I liked the gamepad. I thought it was fun, and I was just eager to finally jump on and play on the new Nintendo console. With that said, though, I was still aware of well the problems this console had, and yeah, I can go on and on about that, but we're not here to talk about that. I'm here to show you all my games I own for this console. And I after doing a head count, I honestly thought I had more. Yeah, I, as you know, I collect a lot of video games, and I honestly thought I had more for the Wii U, but no, no, it turns out I don't. In fact, in total, I have 14. Well, yeah, 14 games here. Um, but I will show off one other game they do have for the Wii U, but you just have to wait and see on that one. But we are here to get started. And I should mention the first Wii U game I owned, I actually got before I got the console. Yeah, I'll tell you. And that is the game I got before I even got my Wii U console for Christmas was the game I got for my birthday. And I was content with having this just so I can have it as a collector's item because I knew it would be wouldn't be out released on stores very soon. New Super Luigi U. Yep. Hey, I'm just gonna say this. I was huge over the year for Luigi. I mean, Luigi's Mansion 2 was the very first game I ever pre-ordered for with my 3DS. And when I heard about this game, I was excited. I mean, I knew that the new Super Mario Bros. U was an okay launch title for the system, but most of the reviews for the expansion of the game starring only Luigi, I was excited. And I found out it was also going to be not only just a downloadable content for the original, but also its own standalone game. I was like, hell, I want to get this. No, I've always liked the green disc case and everything. It just works, And yeah, I remember getting this, and I had a lot of fun. And honestly, everyone who's played New Super Luigi U always says this is better than New Super Mario Bros. U, and I agree with them. Yeah, this was my birthday present for that year, and I was content if if I was never going to get the console, I was going to have this because I knew it was going to be a collector's item. Probably is actually still. But anyway, but in the end, we did get the console for Christmas, me and my brother, and we ended up getting the black one, which was the more expensive one, the with more storage space. And of course, it came with Nintendo Land. Yep, Nintendo Land. Probably from the last when I used to play multiplayer a lot with my brother. I reckon this was probably one of the. Well, it's hard to say whether this was one of the. We had a lot of fun with Nintendo Land. Nintendo Land isn't perfect, but you got your good games on it. I mean, in terms of mini games. I mean, Luigi's Ghost Mansion was a lot of fun. I liked Animal Crossing Sweet Day was a lot of fun and much better than Amiibo Festival. Jeez. No. There's more to talk about that. Metroid Blast was a lot of fun, actually. I love playing that in terms of multiplayer. And solo games, I mean, Donkey Kong's Crash Course minigame was a lot of fun, and didn't mind Captain Falcon's Twister Race, that was cool, and Balloon Trip was cool. But there was a lot that, weren't all perfect. I mean, the Octopus Dance could be fun, but I wouldn't say it was the best. Zelda Battle Quest was an okay adventure, as was Pikmin Adventure. Mario Chase could be handled well. Yoshi's Fruit Cart, whatever. And Takamaru's Ninja Castle. Well, the first experience, that was how I first learned about the mysterious Murasame Castle, which I've done a review for. Cards. Yeah, it wasn't the best, and to be honest, I don't recall ever getting to the end, being that minigame, and does Takamaru show up in it? Or even just me dressed up as Takamaru? I don't know. But yeah, that's that was the Mysterious Murasame Castle. But yeah, those were the two games we had to launch. And the next two games will come right after it. We would both get them at different stages with our money we got for birthday and Christmases in 2013 that we would save for 2014. And the first game of that, well, the game my brother got was Super Mario 3D World. And I think this was one of the last multiplayer experiences we genuinely enjoyed each other before we started focusing more on our single player stuff. Well, should I say, because at the time, I think that was when my brother started, because at the time, me and my brother sort of split things. I mostly play on the Wii U, and my brother would play on the Xbox 360 before we eventually got an Xbox One. But Super Mario 3D World was the game we sort of played a lot of in multiplayer, and had a lot of fun with it. I love a lot of the music tracks in this game. We attempted to try and go 100% completion, but in the end we didn't. Just because it's the stamp factor. Jeez, they were hard. Just to beat every level of every character, just... I don't know, unlike Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS, it wasn't really much of a drive to do it with 4 or 5 characters once you got Rosalina unlocked. Yeah. But we had a lot of fun, and yeah, that was some really good memories. But in terms of memories that kept us raging was the game I would eventually get, which I waited for an extra month. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now, I said before I could never beat Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Nintendo Wii. I did, however, beat Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And boy, oh boy, that final boss. Not the most experienced gamer growing up, but the final boss against the Snowman Viking leader, jeez, it was hard to beat. Like, a lot of these levels are hard to beat, but my gosh, I just kept going back to it. I wanted to complete this game, well, at least get past the main story, and I did it, so it was a win for me. And still, it's a lot of fun. I should mention when it comes to 3D World, Tropical Freeze, New Super Luigi U, and well, actually not that one, but with those games, when they eventually get re-released and expanded upon for the Switch, I didn't bother getting them. I've never bothered getting them. I just felt like I had what came out first, and that was enough, So yeah, I didn't really bother with that. On the other hand, now of course, at the moment you're just seeing the first party stuff, and as you know, that was the biggest problem with the Wii U, is that Nintendo struggled to get third party support for this. So when did we start getting third party games? Oh, we did. Because at the same time that the Wii U was released was the begin was it was released right in the middle of the Toys to Life craze. And yeah, Toys to Life. Probably another topic I would like to talk about some of these games. I mean, I've already mentioned that I had a few Skylanders games growing up, but I also dabbled into the next one off the market, Disney Infinity. Yeah, I have Disney Infinity stuff. They're all right up on my shelf at the back. Well, behind the camera, I should say. But yeah, Disney Infinity. I remember playing it, but I remember at one stage, I think it was either the Toy Story level, pack, or was it the Monsters University pack? The game crashed. I don't know why, don't know how, but it crashed. And I just stopped after that. I was just like, you know what, if I'm just gonna collect the figures. And the thing is, this is the last Toys to Life game I ever got. And I was considering getting Skylander Superchargers at some point for the Wii U because after they announced that Donkey Kong and Bowser were going to be crossover characters for them, but I never did. And yeah, maybe that played a part in it. Don't know how, don't know why it crashed on me, but it you know it influenced my decision to stop Toys to Life genre. Sorry. But after that came the next game, and now we finally get to the game that was the highest selling game on the system, Mario Kart 8. Oh, the memories. The memories. Now, I should mention, of the games that got ported eventually to the Switch and expanded upon, this was the only one I actually bothered to get the Switch expansion. So yeah, I do own 8 Deluxe. But I'll eventually talk about that when I talk about the Switch games, which will be probably maybe a year or two down the track. Oh, there's gonna be a lot to go through with that. But yeah, Mario Kart 8 is interesting. I have a lot of memories with with the original game. I played a lot of it. Geez, I played a lot of it online. I still remember the first time I drove down Mount Warrior. That was an experience in my view. I love that track to death. Um, and boy, do I still remember the experience of having to wait for the first DLC to download the first DLC pack for this. Gosh. So, we obviously we obviously got the DLC for this when it was first announced, and DLC Pack 1. Gosh. You know what? Yeah, keep it up. It the internet was slow that day at my house. In fact, my internet back then wasn't this. My parents' internet back then wasn't the strongest, and when the internet was down at times, it took for freaking ever. And we started downloading this at 10 o'clock. It took to 4. It took 4. It took to 4 p. So 10 a.m. and it took to 4 p.m. to get it officially downloaded, or close to 4 p.m. It was so slow, so slow. My brother and I had to check multiple times to see how far it got downloaded, and even when we had to leave the house at certain points, one of us would stay behind to make sure this got downloaded. And when it finally happened, when the internet was starting to get faster again, well, this, working more better. Gosh, my whole Sunday was pretty much all wasted. Jeez. And then having to go to high school next day. Gosh, yeah. It's just something I like to bring up every now and then, and I gotta mention it. Gosh, it was an experience. Uh, Not the best, but whatever. It happens. Jesus, jeez, it happened. It really did happen. What a world. Yeah. But yeah, I played a lot of Mario Kart 8. Um, probably more so than I was probably more so than I expected to play when I was playing, well, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Yeah, interesting enough, I feel like I played the 3DS version more than I played the Wii U version, because technically my brother bought this, but he hasn't taken the Wii U with him. Um, if you want to, bro, we'll talk. But yeah, I did play a lot of this, but not as much as I did the 3DS version, because the 3DS was my own copy. I just played that more and everything. And, you know, I still had fun with this, and, you know, I love playing the game on Wii U, and had fun with a lot of the modes, even Classic mode and Smash Tour, jeez, that was something. One thing I never actually did was get to the final stage of Master Core, exclusive to this version, Master Fortress. Don't know why, but I never did. But yeah, I still had fun with this, and seeing Smash Bros. In HD was great, and obviously had fun with a lot of the exclusive stages that were for this version. But yeah, I still had fun, but I wouldn't say it was, I played the most of it. But yeah, I still had a lot of fun. And obviously got the DLC, which was at least it downloaded lots quicker than it did from the Mario Kart 8 DLC back on. Yep. Around the same time that we got that, I got I got Sonic Lost World. Yeah, this is another one of those games. I think much like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, it was hard to actually complete the game, because though there's a lot of things as to why this was tough to complete. Jeez, some of those levels are difficult and the controls weren't perfect. Though one of the reasons why I got this was because of the DLC, the special DLC levels. The Knights level was pretty cool, and obviously the Nintendo themed world levels of Yoshi and Legend of Zelda. Yeah, I had fun, but I've never really gone back to it after I finally beat the final boss. Yeah. 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 Nothing more I can say on that one. And I think also, the fact is, I got it in 2014, didn't complete until 2016. Yeah, so bit of a long gap. And I think part of the reason why is, well, Splatoon. Boy, was this a phenomenon. And when the first game came out, yeah, it hooked me in, I was hooked. The first game was such a huge success for Nintendo, and it's kind of hard to underestimate just how much it was. And I enjoy Splatoon, and you know, I remember even getting the amiibo for the Inkling Boy just so I could have some extra content. You know, it's kind of fun to talk about a bit with Splatoon and everything. It was such a fun time. Yeah, such a fun time. Right. Yeah. Not much I can really else say about Splatoon. I just had a lot of fun. At the same time, I was having fun with Splatoon, though. My brother was having fun with, well, what more else can I say? But, well, yeah. Super Mario Maker. The thing is, I never really created any stages with this. I just let my brother did all that, and I just played them and just did stuff with just play what he had and downloaded. I never really took the time to build my own Mario levels. I was just never really interested in that. But for Mario's 30th anniversary, this was the perfect way to celebrate it. I think, and with not just all the designing all those levels, but also all the different the amiibo costumes. Some for stuff that for amiibos that hadn't even been released, and gosh, there were some creative ones. I still remember the Shaun the Sheep amiibo. Jeez, that was amiibo costume. That was insane. crossover with Nintendo and Iron Man, which I know there was a few Shaun the Sheep exclusive shorts for the 3DS movie app. I never got that, so yeah. But yeah, there was a lot of fun with Super Mario Maker. Well, at least for my brother, that is. I just jumped on whatever I could. Within that, but obviously around that time we got Super Mario Maker. I think this is where things start to slow down a bit, especially when we learn about the production of the Nintendo Switch. Although before it was announced, it was known as the NX, and we were anticipating that. Thrown the fact around also at the same time was the death of Satoru Iwata, and yeah, I still remember that pretty well. Geez, that it was a massive shock when it happened. But still, we would still get games for the Wii U. But I guess the fact that we knew it was going to get that something else was coming sort of lessened a bit of our purchase history. Within that, we still dabbled into things. In fact, it was through the Wii U, I think. Well, Minecraft. Yeah. I think this is the main version of Minecraft I've ever played. But again, look, I'm just going to say this. I am not a Minecraft, not the fan really. I've played it, but just don't get the appeal for it. It's not for me. And, I will be seeing the movie, but it's just interesting. It's just worth knowing that although I have this, it's just to say, you have it. Plus, also, technically, this is my brother's, but after he got Minecraft for the Xbox One, he said, "You own this now." Okay. But going to 2026, when I first got my first proper job and was making a bit of money, I started gave a shot of pre-ordering games for a little bit more seriously. I got, well, one of the first ones I immediately pre-ordered. Well, Star Fox Zero. Yeah. And I actually got this in a box. I should mention in the Super Mario Maker box, my brother got an art book. So obviously, with this box, it came with with Star Fox Zero, obviously, but it also came with a physical copy of Star Fox Guard, which was the tactical strategy game with Slippy, and I think he was his uncle or something like that. Yeah, and also platinum case, whatever. But yeah, never completed it because again, much like Sonic Lost World, the controls were this game's biggest issue. But I do feel like had this game been released earlier on in the Wii U's life cycle instead of the final year of it, perhaps it could have been a bigger success. Because I was hugely anticipating this, but yeah, I was kind of shocked that it failed. Yeah. I don't think it was the worst thing Nintendo's ever created. I certainly don't think this is the worst Star Fox game. That honor still goes to Star Fox. Yeah, my view, Star Fox Command for the DS is the worst. Just saying. But the other game I pre-ordered that year was, well, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. Yeah, I was huge on this series, and I skipped Sochi, though I probably will if I ever see it at a second-hand shop. I might look at getting it, but yeah, the Wii U version for Rio, I had fun, and I think it was one of the best-looking games I saw. I mean, that menu on the beat, being able to control your Mii on Copacabana Beach, the beach actually looked pretty good. Yeah, it was fun, But I still think it was one of the weakest. It is definitely one of the weakest of the series, just because of, just the character, just with I just think of how it was structured and everything. And it was nice seeing new characters, but just let them be playable in all events, not just be guests for certain ones. I want to play Nabbit in in other events besides 100-meter sprint. In fact, honestly, I should mention Nabo was one of my favourite things in Super Luigi U. He's one of my favourite Mario characters in general. I want to play Rouge more. I want to play as Jet the Hawk and something other than soccer. I want to see Rosalina in other things. Diddy Kong in not just Rugby Sevens. But yeah, we will. That was the way it was structured. But now we come to the final game, physical release game I got. And, well, this I just had to play because I wanted to experience it. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Yep, this is the final game I ever bought physically for the Wii U at this point. And yep, I beat it. And let me start off by saying, and yeah, I just gotta say this, what everyone says about this game is 100% right. It is a broken mess, and one of the worst looking games I've ever played. Jeez, it looked ugly. Ugh. Yeah, I don't care too much about the redesigns, but the way... And look, I know the reason why it looked the way it did, but... Well, because it wasn't originally made for the Wii U, it was meant to be for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Because that was what the engine was designed for. But yeah. But yeah, those are all my physical release games for the Wii U. But I did mention I own one other game. Actually, technically, well, I'll show you. But here's the thing: when Mario Kart 8 when we got Mario Kart 8, we were actually, if we registered to My Nintendo or whatever Nintendo service was going on at that point, we could get a free digital download game for the Wii U as promotion from, I think, our local Kmart. And what was the game? Well, it was Pikmin 3. Yes, we got Pikmin 3 as our game on the special deal. And yeah. Should mention, I never actually completed Pikmin 3. We tried, but we stuffed up on one of the days because we couldn't beat one of the puzzles on the snow level. As such, we sort of, even as we struggled to get through the final boss, we sort of stopped, me and my brother. And as you can see also, we have NES Remix 2 and Dr. Luigi, so yeah. That's, we got Pikmin 3 as our special bonus, so yeah. Thought I should bring it up. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, that's my entire collection for the Wii U. It's a very, I think my small collection reflects just how it reflects the lifespan of this console, but the thing is, I still love the thing. I still have such an appreciation for it, and I am still disappointed that it failed so badly. But, and the thing is, I still have memories for it, and I think that's the important thing about this. Yeah, you have to respect the fact that the system was not a success, but, in the end, as long as you still have very grateful memories of it, it'll live on your heart. The Wii U, and I salute you. So, in terms of my next video game collection video, we will not be going to the Switch, which was its successor. We're going to be heading back to Microsoft with the Xbox One. Hopefully that video will happen at some point this year. So hopefully, you never know. We're just going to wait and see just how I'll just have to wait and see if I can get to it. But that's for next. But that's for a later date. So that's what's coming up on my channel. And I think the next review will probably be Snow White. Yep. I say I think, you never know. But then hopefully after that I can review The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie. I'm so excited for that one. In the meantime, Hasser from S Reviews is out, and I shall see you next time. Ciao.